It's 9:03 on Monday, June 23rd. We are at 87 degrees. Could be up around 100 later, and it could feel like it's 110. Good morning, I'm John Aaron.
I'm John Domen, and our top local story here at this hour. Well, of course, it's that heat wave. Summer is here in full effect. An extreme heat warning goes into effect later on this morning. Here's 7 News First Alert senior meteorologist Brian Vandegraff.
Today, I think close to 100 degrees, but when you factor in a little bit of that humidity, 105 to 110, extreme heat warnings up for the metro area, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the sad thing is we're going to keep this going day in and day out, probably at least through Wednesday, Thursday, mid-90s, and maybe by Friday, we'll see temperatures back into the 80s. This is just something that we got to take seriously. We're not even going to cool off at nighttime. We may hang out in the 80s the next couple of nights. So definitely the kind of heat we got to look out for one another. And just remember, don't overdo it. Take it easy.
Yeah, and stay with us. We have the full forecast coming up in about 4 minutes. Traffic and weather on the 8s.
A man who was living in Beltsville could be released from jail while awaiting his federal trial on human smuggling charges, but he still probably won't really go free. WTOP's Michelle Murillo has the story.
A Tennessee judge has set a conditions of release hearing for Kilmar Abrego Garcia for Wednesday, but NBC4's Paul Wagner, who's been following the case, says his freedom will likely only be on paper.
The government has said many times that even if he was released, that ICE would take him into custody immediately.
Against a previous judge's order, ICE deported Abrego Garcia to El Salvador back in March.
It was embarrassing to them that this so-called administrative error caused them to have to admit that they were wrong.
Recently, he was brought back to the U.S. to face charges. The government's already filed an appeal and is asking for a stay of the release order. No convictions necessary to deport Abrego Garcia because he came to the U.S. illegally. Michelle Murillo, WTOP News.
U.S. Park Police have arrested a man who they say sped his SUV through the grass and dirt pathways of the National Mall back on Saturday night. There's video footage out there, too. It shows a vehicle blowing through stop signs and coming pretty close to hitting people who were walking and running through there or riding a scooter through there, but nobody was hurt. It's unclear just what the driver's been charged with yet. He is scheduled for a court appearance later today, though. And you can see video of that craziness at WTOP.com.
Just in general, you know that driving around here can be risky business. WTOP's Sarah Jacobs has details on how this area stacks up nationally.
The District of Columbia doesn't rank as the least safe driving city in the Allstate 2025 America's Best Drivers report. It's the second least safe, right after Boston, where drivers are nearly 3.5 times more likely to be in a crash compared to the national average. Matter of fact, 7 of the 10 cities with the highest collision rates are in the Northeast, with Baltimore and Philly in there too. The other 3 are in California. Texas leads the nation in safe driving, with Brownsville reclaiming the title of safest driving city in America. Allstate advises the best way to protect yourself on the road is simple. Buckle up, stay focused, and slow down. Sarah Jacobs, WTOP News.
Billions of login credentials have been leaked online, and this morning WTOP's Neil Augenstein is speaking with an expert on how to check if your information has been exposed and how to prevent it in the future.
First, make sure your email is secured.
Because if you don't, if they're able to compromise your email account, they can use it to take over all your other accounts with password resets.
Data Dr. Ken Colbert says enable two-factor authentication. It's like having a debit card with a PIN.
Can you imagine a debit card that did not require a PIN? You see, that's the 2 factors. The debit card is the first factor. The PIN is the second factor.
He says there's a safe free website to check if your email or password has been compromised.
You can put your email address in, and it'll tell you if that email address has been associated with any of the breaches in the past.
It's called haveibeenpwned.com. We've got a link at WTOP.com. Neil Augenstein, WTOP News.
Coming up in Money News.
The man who made overnight delivery mainstream has died. I'm Jeff Claybaugh.
Traffic and weather in 30 seconds.